We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. On first down, Newton. Here's a diving catch right side. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Hands it off out of the gun, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. Being chased out left. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles, really put it on those receivers.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Newton. And this will go to Carson out wide.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Newton to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Murray a give. This is Conner. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Prater for the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs. I mean, you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now Newton on first down. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 7-7, our score after one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And the Cardinals are going to take over here up near the 40. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete.
If you were me,
touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back to throw, Newton. And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second down and 7. Here's Newton. Over the middle, complete. That's Carson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4. They snap it to Newton.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it. The 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On first down, it's Newton. Completes it to Fant on the right side. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. It's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. To the air again, Newton. He'll check that down to Carson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals are able to add on to their first half lead. Prater for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Newton. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. From the gun, here's Newton. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
So 6 seconds, all that remains in this first half as the kick is away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh, and his best year with the Steelers, 2018, named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup, but with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Again, he finds more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Throwing on first down is Murray. To Connor on the check down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And Murray's going to keep it.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always have that game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Second and 10.
Throwing is Newton. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Flushed out right. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Again, Newton. He's to the 10, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown! Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Connor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now, as you noted.
And that's caught inside the 35.
The greatest show on earth.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, 66 yards. And the Cardinals extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Prater for the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Newton now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carson. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Newton's throw into the hands of Fant. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Andy Lee now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now it's Lockett. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 85 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. How does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away? And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Arizona, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.